It's some kind of
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just absolutely thrilled that one of what is probably one of Charlie's last gigs in Austin.
You keep saying that. I'm going to be back.
He's going to be back. Is going to be for us. Charlie's been here a while. I think more than anyone who works here. He's been the face of ABCDs for quite a while now. He can be a little disagreeable once in a while, but we love him very much. He's a dear friend of mine. He actually stood up for me at my wedding, so please give a big welcome to Charlie Burton and the Texas 12 Steppers.
Thank you, Randy. So glad to be starting out the ABCD's All ABCD Employee Talent Show night here. We have Carl, who's at the front counter, from the Nairobi Trio. How many of the Nairobi Trio will be here? 2 from the Nairobi Trio minus 1, I guess. Minus 2. And of course, Randy is going to be singing songs related. You know, it's like, have you thought, and if you haven't thought about it, I think we should remind Randy, isn't it kind of ironic that we have a chain store sock thing and it's getting sold to a chain store? Have you ever thought about that, Randy? Has anyone pointed that out to you yet?
Hadn't occurred to me.
It's so funny, it occurred to me today, and I wanted to be the first to point that out. The irony of it all. Anyway, make sure you point that irony out to Randy, because I don't think anyone's done that yet. Anyway, we're glad to be here, and this is my good friend Jim Stringer on the guitar, and the lovely and talented Vic Gerrard on the bass, and of course, my dear friend F. Lee Potter on the drums. And we're going to start things off with a little thing called Even As We Speak, and we hope you like it. Well, saw you at a party, and it was true love at first glance. And it was oh so hard for me to ask you for the dance. Well, I won't beat around the bush, and I won't try to be oblique, but I want to make sweet love to you, even as we speak. Well, please don't think I'm forward, 'cause shucks, I'm really not. And it's normally not my normal way to put chicks on the spot like this. I know you think that every line I say is just an old antique, but I want to make sweet love to you, even as we speak. Well, even as we speak, oh yeah, I said, even as we're talking, well, it's straight into your open arms that I long to be walking, and I will understand it if you just want to slap my cheek. But I want to make sweet love to you, even as we speak. All right, come on. Take you back home with me. If you don't get my drift, please, if I can take you for a lift. And maybe, just maybe, we'll figure out some untried sex technique. But I wanna make sweet love to you, even as we speak. Well, even as we speak, oh yeah. Even as we're talking, well, it's straight into your open arms that I long to be walking, and I will understand it if you just want to slap my cheek. But I want to make sweet love to you, even as we speak. Well, even as we speak. Well, even as we speak. It was about 1984, and I'm not sure if my good friend Bill Stoughton, who is also from Lincoln, Nebraska, like me, was playing the drumstick, and we were opening up for this band that had a van out front, and they were touring the country. They had a record coming out in about a week, and they were nice enough to sit out and listen to us. Anyway, the name of that band was a little band called REM, and we opened up for them, and we sold them some dope, you know. And anyway, they went on to in one of these bins here, and they were always nice enough to leave our names at the front door whenever, however big they were getting, they would always leave our names at the front door, which I think was cool. But anyway, for about 1 week, the band that I was in was, people would say, well, to REM when they were becoming big stars, they say, well, who's a really good band in the United States? And they say, well, this Charlie Burton guy is really good. So for about 1 week, I was the band that REM, whose name they dropped, and this was a song that they liked so much. A little thing called No, 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 That's Not Polite. I hope you like it. Well, don't you know that it's not polite to love me once and leave me crying? Yeah, to tell the truth when you're just lying. Well, don't you know that it's not polite? Well, don't you know that it's not polite to say you love me one and only, yet you will go and leave me lonely? Well, don't you know that it's not polite? Well, did you not remember, or did you just forget things your mama told you about good etiquette? But I love you yet, so don't you forget that it's not polite to love me once and leave me crying. Yeah, to tell the truth when you're just lying. Well, don't you know that it's not polite? Ladies and gentlemen, the very polite Mr. Jim Stringer. did you not remember? Or did you just forget things your mama told you? Not good etiquette, but I love you yet, so don't you forget that it's not polite to love me once and leave me crying. Yeah, to tell the truth when you're just lying. Well, don't you know that it's not polite? Well, don't you know that it's not polite? Well, don't you know that it's not polite? And don't you know it's not polite? Thank you. You're too polite. Thank you. Speaking of too polite, I'd like to do a song that reenacts the death of my favorite Tupelo from Tupelo, Mississippi, Mr. Elvis Presley. A little thing, one of my big hits called "Why Don't You Do Yourself a Big Favor and Breathe for Me, Presley." Memphis hospital blue. The phone rings, Grace and come real soon. No one here knows what to do. And Elvis is flying, hair's turning blue. Driver outside says, where do I go? The people inside is screaming, no, no, no. He runs to the side of the fallen king. He said the words that he does sing. Breathe for me, Presley. Oh, breathe for me, Presley. Breathe for me, Presley. Come on, breathe for me. I saw you live once, looking great. Tell me now that I'm not too late. Things are less instantly. If you listen, would you breathe, breathe, breathe? Breathe for me, Presley. Come on, breathe for me, Presley. Breathe for me, Presley. Come on, breathe for me. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's no more wax, there ain't no more wick. Deep fried food made Elvis sick, and too many drugs from Dr. Nick. Breathe for me, Presley. Come on, breathe for me, Presley. Breathe for me, Presley. Come on and breathe for me. Well, 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 breathe for me, Presley. Come on, breathe for me, Presley. Breathe for me, Presley. Come on and breathe for me. Breathe for me, Presley. Come on, breathe for me, Presley. Breathe for me, Presley. Come on and breathe for me. Breathe for me, Presley. Thank you so much. I'd like to do a new tune for you right now. Sometimes, you know, down in Austin here, you know, and everywhere actually, people fall in love and they break up and they do all that kind of stuff. I've done both down here, done it all, and I found that sometimes you were the leaver and sometimes you were the leavee, and that happens to be the name of this next song. It's called Leaver, Leavee. Leaver or Leavee, which one will you be when our love runs its course? Who will be the horse and who the throne rider, lying and crying and hurt beside the tree? Who will be the leaver and who will be the leavee? stayer, faithful one or player. When all is said and done, who will be the one whose heart will have to heal? Who'll say, what's the fucking deal? Which one will you be? The leaver, or will you be the leavee? Well, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I think I'm heading south. Will these words come from yours or my mouth? Alright, let's rock! As long as there was some cash in it. When the bottom fell out, you had to get the hell out. Believer, Leavee, which one will you be when our love runs its course? Who will be the horse, and who the throne rider? Who will be the leaver, and who will be the leavee, and who will be the leavee, and who will be the leavee, and who will be the leavee. Leaver or leavee? I'm afraid I've done both. But either one, it's never any fun. Anyway, I'd like to pick things up right now, do a little tune by request. This one asks a musical question. Is that wishful thinking on my part? Shopping in an online food store, when I hit a pretty girl with my card, and I wondered in my wake, did she do a double take, or is that wishful thinking on my part? Well, she wore no ring, does she need a new boy? Is there room for rental on her heart? Wishful thinking on my heart. Starlight, so bright. Well, I think I'll make my wish on you, but I must be careful what I wish tonight, just in case this dream of mine comes true. Well, as I stood behind her in the checkout line, and I inspected her selections from a mile. Did I look? Boy, while you stick your neck out. Or is that wishful thinking on my part? Alright, let it rock. Tune by request. Sending out to my good Sunday buddy, Mr. Clark Rowell, who's always here on Sunday talking about rock and roll. And also, this is Thursday night. This is when Paul Bigelow and I used to have our Tom Jones night every Thursday night. Every time it's Thursday night here at ABCD's. I always think of you and me having that Tom Jones night every Thursday night. We're working together. Okay, this is a little number by request. Maybe my most requested number. Maybe my least requested, most requested number, actually. It's a song called Without My Woman, I'd Be a Hopeless Sack of Shit. And I'd like to dedicate it to lovely newlyweds, Chris and Lee. Without my woman, I'd be a hopeless sack of shit. I wake up in the morning and I see the angel lying next to me. She's just a textbook case of what a wife should be. Hey Lord, you know I don't deserve her, and if I were her, I would quit. Without my woman, I'd be a hopeless sack of shit. Yeah, before I met my woman, and she made my half-life a whole, I was a TV without a cable. I was like the Wichita lineman before he had found a pole. Yeah, like the front of an horse costume needs another part to sit. Without my woman, I'd be a hopeless sack of shit. I'd be a hopeless sack of shit. Without my woman by my side. Yeah, that's why she took me as her husband, and that's why I took her as my bride. You know, I think her love is 10 times tougher than a piece of sandpaper that's coated with carborundum grit. Without my woman, I'd be a hopeless sack of shit. Sack of shit. Without my woman standing right here by my side. That's why I took her as my husband. That's why I took her as my bride. You know, it looked and it felt and yes, it tasted like love. I'm so glad that we stepped in it. Without my woman, I'd be a hopeless sack of shit. Without my woman, I'd be a worthless pile of shit. Without my woman. Thank you. So nice to see my good friend and record collector and soul man, Mr. Dominic Velhaus, here in the audience. If he's still here, he might have. There he is.
Do that one song.
I'd like to do that one song. Soul song for Dominic, little thing called Major Turnoff. She looked so great, thought I'd ask her for a date. Felt kind of nervous, reached for a smoke. She declined, and then she spoke. Hey, hey, boy, can't you see? Cigarettes are a major turn off for me. I felt so dejected, man, my jaw hit the floor. I hit it off for liquor store. Saw this chick, she made it so clear. Smell my breath, she smelled the beer. Hey, hey, boy, can't you see? Alcohol is a major turn off for me. Looking for a girl that's looking for a guy just like me. Sadder but wiser, and I'm all chicks these days looking for oral Hershiser. I saw a chick that wouldn't quit, and I said, woo, holy shit. She said, I thought you were where it's at, till I heard you say that. Hey, hey, boy, can't you see? God swear a major turn off for me. I swear to turn on the drum. Well, I'm alone and I feel so sad, 'cause chicks say, oh, my habits are bad. All alone, nowhere to go. Smart girls who just say no. Hey, hey, oh boy, can't you see? All that stuff is a major turn off for me. Said no action is a major turn off for me. This sad situation is a major turn off for me. Oh, thank you, major turn off. I'll do a song, this one is called Spare Me the Details of Your New Romance. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, last night in the grocery store, well, I saw you just like before. One part I could kill, and one part I love still. And gave me a grin, and you began to fill me in how you had a blast in your recent past. But spare me the details of your new romance, 'cause you never gave our love a chance. Well, I called it heads and it came up tails, until the day that he fails. Won't you spare me the details of your new romance? Though it had been a long, long time, you just picked the wrong time to tell how well you scored and left me feeling bored. No, I don't really need to know about your Mr. So-and-so. I'm sure he's awful nice. Won't you please take my advice? store. Well, I saw you just like before. One part I could kill, oh, and one part I love still. Well, you saw me too and gave me a grin, and you began to fill me in. How you had a blast in your recent past. Won't you spare me the details of your new romance? 'Cause you never gave our love a chance. Oh no, no. Well, I called it heads and it came out tails, until the day that he fails. Won't you spare me the details of your new romance? Okay, got a new song here. I like to try to do new things at gigs, and so might as well run this one up the flagpole. This one,
That new.
actually, I ran this one up the flagpole. I go over to Bill's. I've been giving Bill guitar lessons lately, so. Joke there somewhere. But anyway. This is a song called Oranges and Apples. And it's actually a song I wrote for Jimmy Dale Gilmore, and
Could you sing it like Jimmy
I
Dale?
may sing it like Jimmy Dale Gilmore. I discovered, in fact, let me give everyone you too can sing like Jimmy Dale Gilmore. It's kind of like putting a Hitler mustache on everyone. Everyone can look like Hitler. You can sing like Jimmy Dale Gilmore more also. Just have to think of a railroad train. When a railroad train goes by and you hear the whistle going,
Yeah, that's called the Doppler effect.
Doppler effect.
Yeah.
It's the Doppler effect. Just think of when you're imitating Jimmy Dale Gilmore, think of the Doppler effect. And let's see. We're gonna try this as Jimmy Dale Gilmore a little bit anyway. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's a song called Apples and Oranges, and nothing rhymes with orange, and we don't make that attempt to rhyme anything with orange in this song. One helps you start every day. One keeps the doctor away. Both come from the store, both roll on the floor, but they're nothing alike, so I say, everybody, apples and oranges, oranges and apples. One has juice and the other has sap. Apples and oranges, oranges and apples, don't compare them, share them. There once was a man from Savannah who tried to attain his nirvana. He sat in the sun with his mind on the one, and his body, it couldn't be tanner. Apples and oranges, oranges and apples. One has juice and the other has sap. Apples and oranges, oranges and apples, don't compare them, share them. All right. say your songs are your children, oh brother. Are you sure that the world needs another? But if you think that it do, I've got news for you. I think there's a call from your mother. Apples and oranges, oranges and apples. One has juice and the other has sap. Apples and oranges, oranges and apples. Don't compare them. Share them. Don't compare them. Share them. Don't compare them. Share them. All right. Apples and oranges. Don't compare them. Fucking share them, you son of a bitch. Thank you.
All Jimmy Dale Gilmore is existential.
This one's called, I'd like to dedicate it to my friend Clark Rowell and also a few other people in the audience. We all have a cross to bear, though. Anyone, a little tune called I Wonder, is Propecia right for me. I've seen it in your drugstore. You've got it by the binful. I want it so bad, it's almost sinful. You're a pro, you know us both, and your opinion matters, see. So tell me, is Propecia right for me? I yearn to take my hat off social situations. My girl's concerned about the contraindications, and they spend so much to advertise. I know it cannot be free. So tell me, is Propecia right for me? Run from progress, others hug and crush it. Pregnant women shouldn't touch the broken tablets. Look it up in your PDR and tell me what you see. And tell me, is Propecia right for me? In your PDR and tell me 1, 2, and 3. I wonder, is Propecia right for me? Yes, I wonder, is Propecia right for me? I think I'm right for Propecia, but I wonder, is Propecia right for me? I wonder, is Propecia right for me? Do we have any classical music fans here in the audience? Can I see some hands? Any people shoplifting over in the classical section? I'd like to do a song I wrote with the great Mr. Ludwig van Beethoven. One of your people, Herman. Little thing called You're Not Playing Fair, Elise. You're not playing fair, Elise. Oh, fair Elise, fair Elise. No, I don't think you're playing fair, Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise. I seen you look at other guys with flirting eyes. You told me lies. I'm not surprised you're not playing fair, Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise. You're not playing fair, Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise. No, I don't think you're playing fair, Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise. I called you on the telephone. They said you're gone. You weren't alone. What's going on? You're not playing fair, Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise, fair Elise. You thought I had a cute behind. You changed your mind. You're so unkind. My love is blind. You're not playing fair Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise. Shh. You're not playing fair Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise. Benissimo. No, I think you're playing fair Elise. Fair Elise, fair Elise. Double Benissimo. Triple Benissimo. Fortissimo.
Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the other one is.
Just a little bit, we got to make way for the Nairobi Trio plus 1 minus 2. Coming up.
David, who's a big buddy Holly fan.
Okay, like to do a song. Okay, we'd like to do a song for Vic's little boy David, who's a big Buddy Holly fan. And I don't want to blow it for you, little David, but I'd like to do a song that Buddy might be singing in hell. And you know he's in hell if you ever read the Little Richard autobiography. Maybe you can read that when you get a little bit older. But until that day, we're going to do a little tune all about the girl that came from hell by request. A little thing called Succubus. Oh, 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 what can I do? You be me, and I'll be you. We'll make love, and we'll be us. Be my little succubus. I've got a secret that I can't tell about the girl that came from hell. Now I'm caught here in the clutch of the girl named Succubus. Oh, 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 what can I do? You be me, and I'll be you. We'll make love, we'll be us. Be my little Succubus. What a pretty, pretty face she has got. You ask me why, I say why not. It's her face and it's her touch. It's the touch of Succubus. Oh, 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 what can I do? You be me and I'll be you. We'll make love, we'll be us. Be my little Succubus. score. It's 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. Other loves can turn red with rust, but not me. And Succubus. Oh, 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 what can I do? You, baby, and I'll be you. We'll make love, we'll be us. Be my little Succubus. One more. Oh, 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 what can I do? You and me, and I'll be you. We'll make love, we'll be us. Be my little Succubus. Be my little Succubus. Be my little Succubus. All about the girl that came from hell. We're going to kind of wind things up just but now don't forget we will be playing at the Saxon Pub tomorrow night on the Charlie Takes His Victory Lap Around Austin tour of ABCDs and the Saxon Pub. And then I've already got October booked up in Minnesota and Michigan. So I'm going to be thinking about you when it's up there. And then I'm going to come back. I'll come back and play anytime I'm asked, either night or day. We work a lot more here living out of town than I do living in town. But that's Austin for you, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we will be at the Saxon Pub tomorrow night, opening up for the great Ian McLagan. And it's a real nice thing for, he doesn't have to do that, but he's doing it. He doesn't have to do that. He's a very nice guy. The smaller they are, the bigger they are. And I mean that in the face sense. Okay. So anyway, I'd like to close things out with a little thing called Embarrassment of Riches. And it's kind of the love theme from the Charlie Burton Victory Lap Tour story. So we hope you like it. I know that details of my life are awfully boring, but it's the stuff I think on as I lay my final flooring. Though many of my high school friends have gone on to comfy niches, looking back, I say I've had an embarrassment of riches. Born too poor, but humble folks in a split level on cabin. And through the years with mixed results, a brass ring I've been grabbing. Sometimes my plans would work out fine, other times there would be glitches. But looking back, I say I've had an embarrassment of riches. I ain't one to brag around, but on days like this, you give me a kiss and I'm the richest man in town. I saw this talk show on TV, and now I'm in a quandary. What makes them think I should care about losers' dirty laundry? Their asses from their elbows, and they even tell which is whiches. But looking back, I'd say I've had an embarrassment of riches. was looking for some laughter, and God knows that I feel like I'm in stitches. But looking back, I'd say I've had an embarrassment of riches. Yeah, thanks to you, I had myself an embarrassment of riches. To really close things out now with a song I'd like to dedicate to Randy, who's coming up in just a few minutes. Randy prayed. He said, please let this store make it through this tough time that we're living in. And he prayed, and God answered his prayers, and God said no. And that happens to be the name of the next song, a little thing called God Said No. And it's this hour's song of hope and inspiration. Hope and desperation. Something in my life wasn't going right. I prayed to God to fix it. I prayed both day and night. An answer came from heaven. I want you all to know my prayers have been answered. God said no. God said no. God said no. And he's the only one from whom all answers flow. Didn't tell me yes sirree. Now that's the way to go. He answered my prayers and he said no. I remember when I was a little boy, I would go to sleep. I'd pray every night my mom and dad's soul to keep. And if it could please straighten out my left foot's crooked toe. He answered my prayers and he said no. I said, God said no. God said no. And he's the only one from whom all answers flow. Didn't tell me yes sirree, Chuck, that's the way to go. He answered my prayers and he said no. Give him a stringer on the guitar. Pick on the bass. On the drums. Now don't you go to thinking I'm saying God don't care. Prayer can move a mountain if a good Lord wants to dare, or change the course of mighty rivers if that's where they should flow. The answers are prayers, yes and no. Yeah, God said no. God said no. And he's the only one from whom all answers flow. Didn't tell me yes sirree, now that's the way to go. He answered my prayers and he said no, 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 no. God said no. God said no. He's the only one from whom all answers flow. He didn't tell me yes sirree, now that's the way to go. He answered my prayers and he said no. God said no, and God said, here's Carl and the Nairobi Trio -3.